watching KOAT Action 7 News.
You've heard stories about judges setting people accused of violent crimes free.
But tonight, Target 7 brings you a story about how one man was in jail for months while sheriff's deputies failed to turn over evidence that would ultimately set him free. Here's John Cardinelli.
David Chacon spent 5 months in jail. He missed the birth of his first daughter and the funeral for his grandfather.
While there, he caught COVID. He got multiple staph infections. He lost his job. He lost his home.
He was accused of pointing a gun at his neighbor. While he was locked up waiting for his trial on an aggravated assault charge, prosecutors were also waiting for the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office to turn over evidence. Audio recordings of the arrest. Now the department uses police body cameras, but at the time of the incident, they used a device like this, called a belt tape. It records audio interaction of deputies, and something was heard on the tapes that convinced prosecutors to set him free.
Our role is to do justice, and justice looks like when you cannot prove a case beyond a reasonable doubt, you don't proceed on that case.
Let's back up. In the summer of 2020, sheriff's deputies went to this apartment complex after they got this 911 call from Chacon's neighbor.
He came outside and he put his hand in his pocket and I saw the gun. He said, "I'm going to do you right now. I'm going to kill you, Rob. I'm going to kill you."
When deputies arrived, Chacon was inside his apartment, and this is what the neighbor told deputies.
I'm devastated because he showed me the gun and he said, he showed it to me. He pulled it out.
Using a loudspeaker,
"David, this is the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department."
Deputies convinced Chacon to walk out of his apartment, and he wasn't happy.
This is uncalled for.
Get on your knees!
What is shoot me? Shoot me right now.
No!
Shoot
Get
me.
on your knees!
Shoot me right now then.
Deputies shot him with a device similar to this one that shoots out pellets like this filled with pepper powder. He was shot, knocked down, arrested, and taken in the back of a patrol car. Then, in the recordings obtained by Target 7, you can hear deputies start questioning what the neighbor said happened while Chacon was handcuffed in the back of a police car.
I'm a little upset because I feel like she changed now that we went back to talk to her. Because I was like, okay, like when he pulled it out of the waistband, like how far out? Was it like his hip like this, or was it just like down? And she's like, well, he just showed it to me. It was always in the waistband.
So you didn't pull it out?
Yeah.
So lying.
Chacon's attorney says this is when the conversation between deputies takes a turn.
Obviously, she's drunk.
I hate liars.
When we listened to that lapel video, belt tape, and we determined that there was this issue with the victim's statements, and we heard some of the comments by these deputies that they believed perhaps the victim was intoxicated. They believed that she was lying.
Investigators write in their report Chacon pulled a gun on the woman.
We're going to go off what she said at first.
He's charged with aggravated assault.
We already went
Way too far, I know.
It would be 5 months before the sheriff's department would turn over the recordings and prosecutors would hear them.
Based on the initial reports, based on the belt tapes that we did have initially, it appeared to be a very strong case.
Prosecutors say they tried repeatedly to get them.
By my count, 8 separate times in this case.
Once they heard the recordings, prosecutors dismissed charges against Chacon, and he was finally released from jail 5 months after he was locked up. We reached out to the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department to see if they were investigating the incident. We sent email after email until we got this message back from their spokesperson, saying in part, "I have no details to provide surrounding a possible investigation or a pending lawsuit. At this point, I will not be commenting on the case."
He has been able to secure a job. He's working, he's raising his family, and he's doing very well. He's rebounding very well from this.
Chacon's attorney tells us he hopes to get his day in court still. He has filed this lawsuit against the sheriff's department. In a written response filed in court, attorneys for the sheriff's office says the recordings, quote, speak for themselves, and certain comments made by deputies were taken out of context. For Target 7, I'm John Cardinelli.
A spokeswoman from the district attorney's office tells us they're reviewing what happened and could possibly take further action.